Hello everyone, this is a video of how to build a snake rack. This is the first one I've ever built, but I'll do videos as we go in the progress and showing step-by-step stuff on how to make one. But first, here's the materials that we've bought. Down there, 3/4 inch shelving board of melamine. It's about a foot across, 8 foot long. This right here is 1/4 of an inch thick imported plywood. We're going to use that as the back of the snake rack to give it some more stability and keep it from shifting side to side. Here, 3/4 inch melamine boards, 2 of these. Both of them are, the 4 foot by 8 foot big sheets. We'll be using that for each of the horizontal shelves in the snake rack. The snake rack will be big enough to hold 20 28-quart Sterilite tubs, or at least that's the plan. They'll be heated with FlexWatt. We just ordered the FlexWatt heat tape, and the tubs are on their way as well. And then over here, this is what we'll use for the siding, the side of the snake rack. This is what they call Chinese birch. It's just a 4 foot by 8 foot sheet of plywood. Okay, now I'll show you how we're cutting these boards. So you see, this is the plywood. This part is what we're going to use to make the back. It's just 1/4 inch, really thin. I'm going to cut it like that pretty much. Here's the 2 big melamine boards. These parts right here, the little rectangles, all of those will make up our shelves. And then those right there, we can get 4 spacers out of the 2 big melamine sheets. And those spacers, once again, will go in between the 2 tubs on each level. Here we've got the plywood sheet. The main thing we need from that is the sides, and then also we're going to use that to make the base, the very bottom one, and we're going to sand it and paint it white. And then this is that shelving kind of board of melamine, and we're going to cut that to make more of those spacers. This is what the finished product should look like. Casters down there. The base is going to have 2x4s framing it on the underside. And then, as you see right here, those are going to be little strips of plywood. We're going to line up there on both sides up against it to give it added support, just like most people do when they're making cabinet shelves or anything like that. So, those are the plans. Alright, we've got the boards cut now. Here's the melamine pieces all cut. These are the 10 pieces that we made from the 4 foot by 8 foot sheets to make the shelves. And then that down there, we'll have to trim some off of it, but each of those boards here will make up 2 of the dividers, but we'll have it cut off probably 6 inches down off or so. I don't remember how much. This is just that 1/4 inch piece of plywood there. We haven't made any cuts on it yet. It's still 4 foot by 8 foot. But remember, that will make the back. And then these are the plywood sheets. This one down here is the same dimensions as those melamine boards over there. That will serve as the bottom. And then both of these sheets, these make up the sides of the snake rack altogether. So that's all the stuff cut. Alright, we got the dividers cut. Here they are. We measured the different heights of the tubs. Even though they're all 28-quart tubs, we found that they slightly varied in their actual sizes. Some of them were a little bit taller than others. So we found pairs of them that were pretty similar in the same height. They're exactly the same. And we put a board across them and measured it. And then we took those measurements to use to make these different boards, and we labeled them. Most of them we found were 5 3/4, but some of them were a little bit taller than that. To attach them inside there, we are going to use wooden dowels. So we've just drilled the hole there. We're going to put another one on this other side here, and we will put wooden dowels through there. As you see over here, this is one of the actual shelves right here, and you can see right there we've already put a wooden dowel through there. We've drilled holes and one through there. So we have gone through and done that with all the boards, and we are working with the dividers now. Alright, and here's the base made out of the 3/4 inch plywood. With we put 2x4s on the bottom of it to make it stronger. Here we also have the holes drilled in there for the dowels. I'll show you the underside. It's just 2x4s going across there to give it some support. And soon we will be attaching casters to each corner there. Alright, here's the base. Now we have attached the wooden dowels there. And here's one of those boards we just cut with the holes. Let's see if I can do this one. And it fits like so. They just thread through there. There's the next holes right up on top. We just need to put in the next set of dowels. They'll stick out, obviously, some more, and then we'll thread through the next shelf. And the shelves, other than the base, they had holes drilled clean through them for the dowels to go through. Alright, now we've got our tubs and all the holes drilled for the wooden dowels, and we've got all the boards cut. We're ready to go inside and get this thing constructed. Alright, so now we've got the whole thing basically assembled, most of it at least. We've still got these to put on. This is typical in cabinets and stuff like that, you know. We're going to nail in or screw this piece in there to just add some support to the beams. We'll do that too on both sides to every shelf, but it's pretty big. We still got it flipped upside down from when we assembled it from the top. Here's the casters. We bought 2 with the locks, and we put them both on the front, and then 2 without locks. We now have to put on the melamine iron-on edging to cover all of this stuff. So, gotta do that, and then after that, we basically just have 2 things left to do. Is to put on the FlexWatt heat tape back over in the back. That will run right back here for the tub to sit over. As you see, the spacers we made don't come back all the way that way. We have plenty of room for the FlexWatt heat tape to come through there. It's turning out really nice. I think we've got all of them with a good small space. We used CDs as the spacers, as you could probably see in those pictures. I'm really happy with how it's going, and I will show you more as we get more done. Okay, now I've got it flipped over on its right side now, instead of upside down. So the casters are down there now. I've also got these all installed to add support on all the sides. And then back over here, we've only done one so far, but we're working on the FlexWatt heat tape. As you see, it's the 3-inch right here, and we just wired this one. Covered it with the electrical tape. As you see, we've got it at a natural curve where we split it. We're just doing it where we're using the soldering iron and doing it that way instead of using the clips they sell. This is cheaper and easy enough for us. So we're doing that. This cord right here, it's just one of those cheap dollar 6-foot extension cords from Walmart or dollar store. And we cut the female end off and soldered them on there. I'll probably do some video on that as well. But as you see, we're going to cut some of this off and have it snake, have several of them linked together, probably 4 rows, 4 different levels of heat tape hooked together. So I'll probably do some more video on that, but it's not taped on there yet, obviously. But that's it so far.